Hello and welcome to another video. This is the finals of the Weekend Asia tournament. I choose the aerial specialist. I don't like this hero. It's really bad, but there was nothing else. And the enemy picked elite specialist. And I'm quite sure he's doing a fang push with this. It's a popular strategy right now, and with the elite specialist you really want to push, or if you deploy on the back you need to be the player that makes the moves. If you play reactive as an elite specialist, it's a really bad specialist. So that's why I'm expecting fang push like here or here. And the counter to fang push is essentially Mustangs. I have 200 supply. I could build like 2 more fangs or 2 crawlers, but I think they do nothing in the later stages of the game. So that's why I opt in another Stormcaller here, I think, if I remember correctly. And this is because I want to be flexible with my setup. The Stormcallers might be good for the first rounds, but after that I want to sell them. And when I sell a 200 cost unit, it gives me 200 gold. If I need to sell crawlers, it takes a lot of rounds to get them sold. So he didn't go for fangs, he built crawlers, and I was really surprised by that. But he probably did it because I had 2 Stormcallers at the start. So now I'm not quite sure what he is going to do. I have never played this guy. I don't know how good he is. I can't even read his name. And here are some really good cards. I'm afraid of the heavy hacker, and I pick it myself, not because I want to use it, but because I'm expecting him to pick it and going fang hacker. And I'm afraid of that. And that's the reason why I build an overlord. I'm not expecting a hacker this turn, but I want to discourage him from building them in the future. But he didn't actually pick it, he just goes for the missile strikes, which is really odd to me. Crawler, flank and wasps. And this again looks like Mustangs will be really good. They're good against Wasp, against Fang, against Crawler. But against Crawler you need the high explosive ammo. Against Fangs you need range. So at this stage I'm really confused what he's going for, but Mustangs counter everything he has, so. And this Rhino Assault is good. Deployment module is good for me because I have units in really bad positions. Heavy Mustang would be good versus crawlers but bad against fangs. So I opt for the deployment module. I'm not so sure about heavy Mustang. It might have been the correct choice, I'm not sure. And I built the Mustangs and put my Stormcrawlers here. Because I'm not sure, but I think they are going to kill the fangs and then kill the tower. And he's going for defensive Rhino. And more crawlers. So this just looks, we need high explosive ammo to counter everything. And usually with these crawlers plays, I'm expecting him to block my Mustang damage somehow. So this is easy parasitic ammo, I think. Smoke bomb would maybe be good, but this is a really scary item. If you don't pick it and your enemy does, it might turn the tide of the battle immediately. And here, so if I take the high explosive ammo on the Mustangs, they clear everything. They clear this really fast, clear all of this really fast. So I'm expecting him to put more crawlers here, more here, and then later block my damage with a Rhino, for example, or a hacker barrier. So that's what I'm thinking. So I get the tech and cover his units. Although his flanks are open, I don't want to flank yet, because I think if I commit units here, I waste the opportunity. This is just, his deployment against me is much better because I have the Stormcrawlers at the start. So I need time to catch up, and I don't want to be flanking on those rounds. I need to set up my board, and when my board is set up and he needs to counter it somehow, that's when I start flanking and put pressure here, because then he needs to be doing something to my board and also covering the flanks. So let's see how this goes. Now the Mustangs win against the crawlers. There's parasitic wasps. And this is the first round we win. This speed specialist is really good for him. For me, I don't know, nothing. Maybe I could go for speed, but I think I skip here. And I think he goes for electronic impact, which is kind of strange. And I see he has the missile strike open, and he will probably strike these Mustangs. That's why I opt in for the hacker barrier. This was also my plan with the Mustangs. Because I picked the heavy hacker card, I want to use this barrier to protect it. And I was waiting for the right round to do it. And also I'm expecting something here, like a rhino. So that's why I put the hacker here and here. And I do a Stormcaller flank with the deployment module. It just kills the tower instantly. And I don't have use for my Stormcallers here. So with a board like this, now I think I will start winning this, like heavily. So I need to focus on the flanks also. Because now he needs to react to the hackers and at the same time to my flanks. And I don't need any other unit types than the Mustangs, they counter everything. Now he has Vulcans, which is kind of strange. But I guess that's the natural counter to Mustangs. I'm not used to seeing Elite Specialist building giants. And he did actually missile my Stormcallers. Put a missile here also. Hacker going the wrong way. We could have won this. The barriers are really good against Vulcans. So what he needs next turn is some way to break the barriers. And that's why I have these flanks, because now he needs to break the barriers and cover the flanks. Barrier is good, Javelin is good. And I build a melting pot against the Vulcan. I would have done this anyway, even if I haven't gotten a barrier. And these, a little spoiler, these Stormcallers will get through because he expects me to move them and I don't. And these kind of flanks are expensive to counter. Like if he puts crawlers here, the Stormcallers still shoot the tower. If he puts fangs here, I think the Stormcallers kill the fangs and then kill the tower. I'm not so sure. Or with the deployment module, once I have something in the flank, they don't warp in again if I move them. So I could move them a little bit back and put a new crawler back here to block a missile. And then they just kill the tower. So it's a good flank. It requires resources to counter it. This is kind of strange that he's just leaving these flanks like this. And I put crawlers here, although I see the missile, because I wanted next turn there. So he just goes more Vulcans. This is a really strange strategy, I think. And I have the perfect answer for it. He can't get through the shields, and I have a melting point to kill the giants. And the hacker will hack everything. So what he should have done is get something for the barriers, like stormcallers, not more vulcans. And this is a lot of damage coming his way. Now it's easy javelin for both, I think. The incendiary bomb is not good against me because I have barriers. The anti-interference module is too late. Like, the hackers don't matter that much, the melting points do. And the javelins, he takes it also, I remember. And I'm thinking about where he can put the javelin. In my mind there's 3 spots. Here is one, so he kills this, this and this. So I need to upgrade the melting point to get out of its range. Another one is here, to get rid of the hacker and the Mustang with parasitic ammo. And another one is here. If he javelins here, he probably will get the tower here. And I just kill the wasps with the parasitic ammo. It's the most powerful thing on his board. I get the range for the melting points. And I just leave the stormcallers there because they still aren't answered. He needs to do something about the flanks. And I win here hard. So this spreads him really thin. He needs to answer these. And he needs to be afraid that I'm going to do something more here. And he's dead in 1 turn if something happens here. And here I sell the Overlord because I'm expecting the javelin to be dropped here. And I remember it will be dropped here, but actually this would be the best for him. And I should have covered this with 1 missile. 1 missile here, so half of the Mustangs kill this. But there's also the Rhino assault, so I think he played this round pretty bad. He could have gotten my tower. And I need to upgrade the melting point to get out of the javelin range. He sold these. Like now, he needs to drop a shield here, use the Rhino assault here to counter this. It's crazy how much resources he's wasting. And this missile also. So the javelin drops here and I sold the Overlord. He has the incendiary bomb. And still he has no way to break the shields, so I don't know. In this tournament we were both 6 wins and 0 losses, so it's really tough to get to this point, so I was expecting the enemy to play a little bit better. And this is game. And we won the tournament. Yeah, thanks for watching.